Johnston.
Yes.
Now, Jamaica Beverages Ltd has sponsored this event. It's complicated. You've told me that everything non-alcoholic you do, and this event is kind of is it me, or is it a little out of the way for some companies like Jamaica Beverages?
It's actually not out of the way. It's complicated, I think, is synonymous with any relationship, whether it's a personal relationship, a friendship, a romantic relationship, a business relationship. And what I've seen and what I've heard and what I understand about Paul and the work he's done is that it definitely does establish what are the basic tenets of having a relationship. And if you have one, and it's going to be complicated, how do you make it a lot better and a lot happier?
Did you like it? Did you love the event?
I completely enjoyed it. The engagement with the audience and the underlying message that I walked away with from this whole event is that no matter what type of relationship you have, there are 4 basic things that you have to look at. I think I'll leave out the 4th one, which is attraction, but definitely sharing common values, understanding the personality types, who you work with, who you live with, even if you're a parent, who your child is, what do they stand for. These are all valuable things. The one thing that I think after having heard Paul and experienced this is that I wish we could share it in some way with our people, in particular young children. My takeaway is I have 2 daughters, and if I can help them to understand the importance of relationships and how to develop and build the right relationships, I think I'll have done a good job.
All right, and you're absolutely right. And Jamaica Beverages has sponsored this event. Do you think you'll do it again, or things like of this nature again?
Well, what I would say is that it has been a valuable event. We will do it again. It falls in line with our general ethos and our mission, which is around developing people, positivity, not just understanding that a company is about a commercial operation, but having what we call spirit-centered leadership. And spirit-centered leadership speaks to an understanding of the individual and making them feel valued and feel like they're doing something that is valued and works well in the organization, in the community. So yes, we would do this again, and it definitely does fall in line with what we believe in at Jamaica Beverages.
What are you doing in the communities?
We do a lot in the communities and we don't speak about it. So for the first thing I would say is that we're engaged with all the schools in the communities. We not only provide products to the schools across Jamaica, but we also have a cashback program where we give back to the schools for their development funds. We're integrally involved in sports. We sponsor quite a few events, particularly in the communities that our staff work and live in. A part of our mandate has been working through our staff of over 500 persons. We look at where their kids go to school, we look at where they live, and then in turn we begin to support events in their communities. And we work very closely with the schools, the primary schools, the prep schools, and the high schools to build a relationship and also to support their development funds.
If I could ask you, what is the one thing that you hope to see Jamaica Beverages do? I know that I see behind you. I mean, I'm looking at this poster behind you, and you have so many different brands.
Yeah.
What is that one thing that you would like to see happen over the next 5 years for your company?
That's a good question. I mean, the easy answer is that I'd like us to move from being number 2 in the market to being number 1. But the deeper meaning or the deeper value I'd like to see in the next 5 years is that we continue to establish ourselves as a solid corporate player in the market and give back to Jamaica. So recently we've spent about 2 billion Jamaican dollars investing in a plant in Bogwalk that has been for about 10 or 15 years has been in limbo. And that for us is our pride and joy. It's a plant that produces products like Juiciful that everybody growing up in my generation knows. It buys citrus from the small farmers and then turns that into concentrate, which in turn becomes juice on our tables. So for Jamaica Beverages in the next 5 years, what I'd like to see is that we'll deepen our investment in the Jamaican market, continue to create employment, and continue to build our brands. We have some very solid brands like Cool Runnings, Buster, Chubby, which all the kids know, and Cool Kids. And as a good corporate citizen, we need to play our part in helping to develop the children and helping to develop the communities in Jamaica.
Well said. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Devon, Headley, Bryan's Bookstore. Bryan's Bookstore has come on in a really big way for this event. It's complicated. I know that you carry the book. How well does it do here in Jamaica?
Yes, we are very excited about the partnership, and it's a complicated. For today, it was very good. After the presentation, you know, we sold maybe over 30 copies.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you, I mean, with the onset of digital media, and you have the Kindles and the this and all kinds of stuff. Obviously, Paul can't sign my iPad or my Kindle. Do you find that people still want to buy hard copy books?
Well, you just answer the question, because you can assign your Kindle or your iPad, and the treasure of having a person like Paul with his presentation, with his book, speaking about relationship, to have that signed copy in your library at home, to show that, you know, I was at his presentation, I have his signed book. He helped my relationship. I was able to pass that information to my girls at home, my boys coming up. I was reading some reviews on his books, and one of his reviews on the book, you're talking about they're not that really avid reader of that type of relationship books, and that they don't really have much faith in those type of motivation. But after they read the book, what he has done for this particular reader. So yes, we believe that having that hard copy in your library can go a far way in inspiring your children, friends, relatives who come there and see.
Where is Bryan's Bookstore located here in Jamaica?
Okay, we have a branch at the Springs Plaza. We have a branch in Ocherius Main Street, and we also have a branch at Fairview Plaza in Montego Bay. And most people are familiar with the UTEC branch. It's called the tertiary branch, and our head office is on 36.5 to 38 Reddy's Road. I know come Monday we'll well stock out for our Springs branch, and within a few days it will be in our Montego Bay and our Ocherius branch.
All right, thank you so much, Devon.
Thank you for having me.